Hi, Meredith here. I wanted to bring you some important information to help you prepare for Module 2, the business writing process in the digital age. The goal for Lesson 1, Planning Office Messages, is to explore the goals of business writing as it pertains to planning, constructing and drafting your message, and selecting the appropriate platform or channel you use in order to communicate that message. There are 5 learning objectives where at the end of the lesson you should be able to discuss the communication process, recognize the 3x3 writing process method, analyze messages, employ adaptive writing techniques. That means you develop your own viewpoint and conversational skills in preparing messages. And then lastly, develop an additional expert writing technique. And there are a number of them listed within this lesson that you might want to take a look at. And you also have additional tools in your MindTap companion site, also linked to this course. In Lesson 2, we take a look deeper into the actual writing process, where you start with your pre-writing or your planning, the drafting, where you put your words to paper, and then your proofreading or revising step. All of these are covered over the course of 2 chapters, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. In Chapter 3, you focus specifically on the type of information you use depending on what type of relationship that you have with the recipient or the audience that will be reviewing your message. Chapter 4, you recognize specifically on proofreading problem areas and what it takes to be a proficient proofreader and what you're really looking for when you're editing a document. There are instructional videos in this module. However, beware. There are not that many, but each one is 7 to 10 minutes long. So before you start a video, take time to assess what time allowance you actually have to dedicate to viewing the video contents as well as taking notes. Your instructional content. You have your slide content that contains key features outlined in the text, specifically areas which contain the learning objectives for that lesson. You also have lecture notes. These are notes that are placed either alone by themselves or beside each one of the slides or any video content, just to highlight key areas for you to develop understanding or prepare for an evaluation or an assignment. So if there's anything to the right or the left of a video or a slide presentation, you might want to take notice of those key elements because it might be something extremely important that your instructor would like for you to focus heavily on. Course activities for this module include group discussions found in Lesson 1, a MindTap homework that is listed in Lesson 1, but if you're looking at the MindTap Student Companion site, on your home screen you'll see several chapters listed. If you click on Chapter 2, there's a drop-down menu that shows your e-text for Chapter 2 as well as a Chapter 2 homework assignment listed as Grammar and Writing Checkup. You also have a unit test that covers Module 1 and 2, and a rapid rewrite. It's listed in Lesson 2, and what it entails is that you get a document that you will have an opportunity to proofread and rewrite and then edit what you've written before you submit. All these steps are included in your second lesson, so it's a great opportunity to test the skills that you learned in your text through practice. Tips for Module 2 success. There's more reading in this particular module than in Module 1, so definitely be mindful of the several learning objectives listed in those lessons. The lesson learning objectives correlate with the learning objectives in your textbook. So whatever chapters that you are assigned to read, those learning objectives are listed under the same titles and names that are in your textbook. So if you need to divide your reading into small portions, that's a great way to start. And then you can delve into other parts of your chapter as you move along through your assignments and other activities. Use your MindTap Student Companion site to prepare for your unit test. Within your MindTap subscription, you have in your study tools, flashcards, as well as practice quizzes. That is a great place to start when preparing for any test in this course. Be aware of due dates and submission instructions. Since you are using the Student Companion site as well as submitting things via Blackboard, be very careful of what the specific instructions are as to where you're supposed to submit that particular assignment so that you don't miss due dates and you don't get anything marked wrong or an incomplete assignment. Last but not least, if you're having any type of struggles or troubles in this class, please seek help from your instructor or other classmates when needed. That brings me to the end of your Module 2 introduction. Bye for now and proceed to Lesson 1.